abstaining from sins is another important one. I guess the key thing is we can do all the good things under the sun, all the good things. But if we're doing all the bad things also under the sun, then it's like we've got this leaking bucket. So you're pouring it with good deeds, pouring. But if you're, committing all these sins, multitude of sins under the sun, it's just all going to leak out. So we become like an empty bucket. So this shows what we do impacts us, not only what the good things we do, which is great, they impact us, but the bad things we do also impact our spiritual well-being. And so we have to keep that in mind as well. And this hadith, verily when the believer commits a sin, a black spot appears upon their heart. If they repent and abandon the sin and seek forgiveness, then their heart will be polished. If they increase in sin, then the blackness is increased. So it's like, again, with this, bucket analogy, it's like you've got, each time you commit a sin, you're putting a new hole in the bucket, a new hole. And, some holes will be bigger than others, depending on what you do. But when you repent, again, this is important, this part, because it gives us hope. So just because you've done something wrong, it doesn't mean you can't turn back to God. So by repenting, it's like you're filling those holes up again, so the leakage stops. So each time you repent, those holes are being, filled up, and the water, or your spiritual water, let's call it in this case, doesn't get depleted from the bucket.